Hello, it's Amy here, and I have taken a huge break from my YouTube channel and my blog, even quite a long break from my Instagram this summer. With working from home, once we started doing that in March, I was very overwhelmed with work and just what I was doing there. So I haven't had a ton of time to make these videos, but I have done a lot of documenting. So today I'm going to be showing you my completed week in the life album. What I did is I made my own little folio, and it has some strings in it, and then I made tiny little traveler's notebooks that just kind of hook into it here. I was pretty adamant that I wanted to get this one done, even like if the week ended up being a bad week for me or whatever, simply because I didn't complete this project at all last year. And looking back, I'm a little disappointed that I'm missing that 1 year in kind of my progression of Week in the Life, because I've been doing this project since 2015. So I had 2015, 16, 17. I didn't do 2018. Or no, I did 2018, but not 2019. So I had just gotten to a point where I felt like they were all too samey and I wasn't really seeing the kind of the progression of my life. And I was like, I don't need another album that's exactly the same. And in retrospect, there was so much different that I wish I had done it. So I definitely was making a concerted effort to do 2020 this year. And I didn't buy any new products for this. I used all products that I had already. I had purchased some in the sales section on Ali's site, some of the chipboard and stuff that you'll see. And I had several old kits that I pulled product from. But I loved that yellow and white stripe, and this ended up just being a paper that I had in my stash. I believe it was a pink paisley paper with the yellow and white stripe. So I had, like I said before, I have several small little traveler's notebooks in here, and I have them kind of separated. It's hard to see, but that's one, and then I've got another one here. So there's two on the first string and two on the second string, and so I tried to do kind of 2 days in each one, and then the last one slightly thinner. So this one just had kind of some of my intentions and what was going on, because this was in the middle of May. So kind of talking about staying home, working from home. I really liked how it was so wildly different this year that it was fun to be able to document a totally different week in our life. This here is just a transparency from an old kit that I sandwiched between to the photo and the piece of pattern paper, and I just adhered it all together so that kind of sticks out like a tab you can fold it across. I ended up getting a little bit of a formula going, which really helped me complete the album. So I had these small 6x8 page protectors that I just cut off the edge and folded them in half. I used a bone folder to make sure that these would stay folded really well. And so I ended up with kind of like this little, the Monday, Tuesday, and then some photos. This one even includes a little bit of journaling. Kind of in the middle of each little notebook, so that I had a spot still for the 3x4 photos, which are one of the ways that I really love to document. And then I still had some room for these bigger photos too. So on the back of each day, I have a larger photo as well. You'll see more of that as we go through here. And it was able to kind of give me a spot to be like, okay, I can just grab this one and put it in there. I did end up with a few extra little photos, so some of them have like just clipped in. Oh, so cute, at his little home learning desk. And so that was Monday and Tuesday. Then we've got Wednesday, and then the big number ended up kind of becoming a part of it too, making sure that it was here. So this one doesn't have a big photo here, but it does later on. And then again, this one ended up a little further back in the notebook, because I added some extra stuff. So there's the big photo and another big photo on the back, and then the Thursday again with the long skinny photo, and then there's the other half. So it's tricky to imagine when you're building these notebooks. You've got to think about like where in the flip does it come, because this piece here and this piece here are connected. So I had all this stuff that I layered in between them as I was working on it. And these are really, really old. I believe these are from like the 2013 or 2014 kit. The year I bought this kit, I didn't do the project. I think stuff happened. So fun photos of stuff around the house, my home workspace, and then I just kind of gave myself a little list style. I really love these small little puffy stickers I got them in a kit of some kind. I think they're American Crafts. They might be Dear Lizzie. But kind of just graphically record what my new daily routine kind of looked like working from home. And of course we did so much home baking that I've got some of that in here too. Soft pretzels. Day 5, Friday. This is where I had to come back earlier in the week and just add a little bit of journaling, because that's often where my enthusiasm for the project tends to fall off, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday just end up being a bit of a disaster. But it wasn't so bad. I only had 2 big blank spots, this one and this one, and they weren't hard to journal in retrospect. And here's a little bit more. Saturday morning toes. Out for grocery shopping. So yeah, I would say that kind of giving myself that little bit of a formula to get it done really helped give me the structure to come back to it. Now this is a couple months later, and find those 2 blank spots, quickly fill them up and call it done. So this project is quite complete. I'm really liking how it looks and how it came together. It's very neat, it's very photocentric. I know that some people really get into the words of this kind of thing, and for me it's really, I love the photos, and that's where my heart is, so it's always going to be about the photos for me. So I hope you enjoyed that tiny look inside my 2020 week in the life, documenting working from home and doing all the kind of crazy quarantine stuff that we were all doing way back in the springtime. Thanks!